This is what I've been working for my whole life since I'm 5 years old. 17 years as a fighter, 7 as a pro. World title, my last fight at 23. I'm ready on Saturday night to become unified world champion and keep making history. So this moment for me is the biggest and best moment of my life. I deserve to be here. I worked myself to be here, and this is where I...
On a serious note, the importance of bringing big-time boxing, world championship boxing to this city. You guys are Philadelphia through and through. This is the moment where your son can finally get what he deserves in this city.
Absolutely, absolutely, yeah. We appreciate Cody for taking the fight, you know what I mean? So many people turn Boots down, you know? Even the top guys, you know what I mean? We wanted Spence, we wanted Crawford, you know what I mean? Stanionis, what's the other boy? Virgil, all of them. Yeah, we send them the word.
And it's a reason why they stand away from me.
I just had to peep in here.
We fight here, you know, and it's a blessing. You know, I'm glad I'm able to, you know, put on a show, you know, and look good and defend my my belt and retain my belt, you know, in a beautiful fashion, knockout fashion, in front of my friends, family, and supporters.
You're a big favourite in this fight. You know this guy's tough. I know you respect him, and he's undefeated, and he's mandatory challenger for a reason. But how much pressure is there on you to put in that performance? You got me running my mouth all the time. You've got everybody else, and I'm telling everybody that you're a star. You have
really no pressure. I've really been in this game since I was a baby. Like, there's no pressure. None of this stuff is. All this stuff is normal to me. My brother's been at the top for Ennis and Derek Ennis. They were at the top. I've seen all this stuff before. This is like really me being in my house right now. Like, this is normal. It's natural, you know. And on fight night, man, I can't wait. He got more pressure than me. I'm telling you that now. He got 20,000 fans going against him. That's way more pressure than me. You know, it's like me being on the couch sitting at home with my feet up, being here.
That Jaron Ennis would be signing with Matchroom Boxing and DAZN. Now, this was a massive announcement for us, and the news and the ramifications that had...
The boxing community was shocked when Jaron Boots Ennis struck Xander Zayas across the face during their press event. It did not look like a promotional act, but more like a direct warning. Ennis seemed determined to show everyone who he feels holds the upper hand before they step into the ring.
I'm gonna do what I do best in Puerto Rico. It's gonna make history one more time.
I'm saying that now. It's gonna get nasty. I'm gonna put on a beautiful show. You know, I'm gonna look good. You know, and we're going.
Following the confrontation, Ennis appeared completely unfazed. He showed no signs of regret and carried himself with total confidence, as if everything was normal. On the other side, Zayas found himself dealing with the headlines and reactions that quickly followed the incident. Zayas addressed the situation by saying, "It is what it is." Even though he remained calm, many supporters think the moment may have had an impact on him mentally. Some believe Ennis secured an important psychological advantage before the first punch is even thrown.
It is what it is. At the end of the day, I gotta continue doing business, and I gotta continue being a professional. And I know at some point in our career...
Eddie Hearn feels the altercation exposed a sharper and more determined version of Ennis. In his view, all the tension surrounding the fight buildup has only increased Boots' focus and made him an even greater threat on fight night.
I think when you're getting poked like that in a face-to-face, you know, after a while the temper goes, and it's good. You know, I think it's going to be that.
For Ennis, this journey is driven by family hometown pride and the people who believed in him from day one. Many already rank him among boxing's top fighters, and this matchup gives him another chance to show why he belongs at the highest level of the sport.
That's where I'm from, you know, that's where my family's from, and I've been fitting on ever since, you know.
Xander Zayas deserves recognition for what he has achieved so far. He has never been dropped or stopped during his professional career. Even so, many observers feel Ennis already won a mental battle at the press conference, and Zayas has yet to face someone with Boots' combination of talent and experience.
Box than Xander Zayas. I think Boots is phenomenal. I got him as the second best fighter in the world. I got you for speed too. And when I say that, I'm not talking about accolades, what they've achieved, achievements and stuff like that. I'm just talking about boxing ability. That's why I think Boots beat me. Unless, like my man said, he's not as good. And I said that when the fight was announced.
A large number of boxing experts feel it is hard to pick against Ennis. His experience, ring awareness, and victories over quality opponents have earned him major respect throughout the sport. For Zayas, this matchup is expected to be the biggest test he has ever faced.
You know, just the lights, he bringing everything to it. I think it's a great test for Boots because it's a guy who you could say is durable. You can say he's durable because he's never been stopped. I never even seen him go down. You know what I mean? So it's not like we talking about a chump. You know what I mean? He come in to fight. And I think this kid being young will make him dangerous. Him being young, energetic, and then a big guy. He got real good size to him. You know what I mean? Strong guy. And I think that right there.
Zayas has confidently claimed that Ennis will leave Brooklyn without his championships. However, many fans believe those belts will stay with Boots, who looks fully committed to proving his point once they meet inside the ring.
Really go against Boots because on that one with specifically Xander, you know, I feel Xander's still young, you know? Boots is a lot older. And
Andre Ward has raised concerns that this challenge may have arrived a little too early for Zayas. While he appreciates Zayas' ability and confidence, Ward feels Ennis competes on another level and presents obstacles unlike any Zayas has previously encountered.
Something that was going to happen. He was going to touch the belt. And at the beginning, I told him, touch him. This is the closest you're going to get to them. So I don't mind you touching what's mine, because at the end of the day, he's going to stay at home. But then at the end, he just started rubbing, and I'm like, all right, bro, like, we're good. Like, you don't have to keep touching him. And he touched him again, so I dropped him. I'm like, all right, this is the last time. What's up? And that.
Zayas has discussed his progress and improvement while mentioning fighters such as Terrence Crawford and Shakur Stevenson as examples of the work being done around him. Ennis, however, remains locked in on a single goal, which is victory. He seems unaffected by outside noise and believes mental toughness could be a deciding factor in the fight.
Matchup initially, the first thing I think about, is it too soon for Xander Zayas? Is it a year too soon? Is it a year and a half too soon? Some would say, but he's still a two-time world champion. That doesn't mean that he's ready for this. I think Xander, and I like Xander a lot. I like him a lot personally. I like his movement. I like how he's carried himself, and I like him. I've seen his growth, calling his fights on ESPN. He's got a lot to like. He's got the range. He's got the height. He's tough. He's got a whole country behind him, and he fully embraces trying to be the next great Puerto Rican champion. And he's going to cause some problems for Boots Ennis throughout this fight. But my initial question is this too soon? Or is it the right time? Is it ripe and the right time for Xander Zayas? And for Jaron Boots Ennis, he needed this name. He needed this.
Roy Jones Jr. shared a fair evaluation, saying he respects Zayas, but is not yet convinced that he matches Ennis' level. Jones believes the difference comes down to proven success against elite competition, and that separation may become clear once the action starts.
Point of fighting at 154, you got to make a little bit of weight. I'm growing, I'm getting better, I'm getting bigger. We keep controlling it. I have a great nutritionist team that work with me. The ones that work with Terrence Crawford, Shakur Stevenson, so they know what they're doing. And I believe in them.
Oscar de la Hoya is also backing Ennis in this matchup. He highlights Boots' skill in managing distance, landing clean combinations, and maintaining relentless pressure as the main reasons he holds an advantage over Zayas.
What's the best advice you could give him if he's setting into it?
Just keep trying to advance, keep learning your craft, keep studying your craft, keep working on your repertoire, because having a deep repertoire was going to be a guy like Boots.
Boxing always carries surprises, but Zayas will probably need an exceptional performance to come out on top. He must take advantage of his physical attributes, remain disciplined, and stop Ennis from getting comfortable. Accomplishing that against a fighter as gifted as Boots will be extremely difficult.
Zayas versus Boots Ennis. This is more like it. This is what we want to see.
This is a phenomenal fight, and they're both in their primes. Xander Zayas is 23 years old. He turned pro when he was 17, and he's a unified world champion, going in there against Boots Ennis, who he's only had one fight against the guy who was 14-1, got rid of him in a round. So he's completely, I don't care what Eddie Hearn was saying, that guy was untested. So he's completely untested at 154 pounds in there against one of the best champions in the division. Mate, that fight is going to be electric. Puerto Rico in Brooklyn on June 27th. That
always comes down to that night. You know what I mean? You got to be right that night. my opinion, Xander would have to use his size. You know what I mean? Use your size, impose your will. Box a little bit, but impose your will at times. You know what I mean? Don't let Boots steal the rounds. You know what I'm saying? I mean, who's to say though? That kid might hit hard enough to get a knockout. We don't know. You know what I mean? And that's why I love the fight.
Absolutely.
We don't know, because one thing I can say, not to cut you off, when your back is to the wall, man, you do some amazing things. You know what I'm saying?
Everything now leads to fight night in Brooklyn. Ennis has spent years waiting for an opportunity of this magnitude, while Zayas wants to prove he belongs with the sport's best fighters. All the debate, excitement, and predictions will finally be settled when the opening bell sounds. Will Boots score a knockout victory, or can Zayas deliver a major upset? Only the fight itself will provide the answer.
During the same conversation with Zayas, Jaron Boots Ennis explained why so many people continue to see him as the favorite whenever he steps into the ring. He spoke about the way his game has evolved over the years, changing from a fighter known mostly for his power to someone who has developed into a complete all-around boxer. Ennis said his style depends on the opponent and the game plan created with his team. He does not consider himself only a puncher or strictly a defensive fighter. Instead, he sees himself as a versatile boxer-puncher capable of adapting to any challenge. Boots pointed to his ability to press forward, work effectively on the inside, or control the fight from long range, while relying on his ring intelligence to make adjustments and execute whatever strategy is required to secure the victory. Boots also discussed what it means to represent Philadelphia and carry forward the tradition established by legendary champions like Bernard Hopkins. He said fighters from Philadelphia have a responsibility to respect the city's rich boxing heritage while continuing to build on that success. Ennis proudly stated that Philly consistently produces world-class fighters because of its toughness, confidence, and determination when facing adversity. However, he also acknowledged that many gifted athletes from the area never reach their full potential because they become distracted by street life and other obstacles that prevent them from achieving the highest levels of the sport. Although Boots enters this fight carrying significant expectations, his confidence remains as strong as ever. Near the end of the interview, he made a bold statement about his position in the 154-pound division, declaring that he is the fighter everyone wants to beat at super welterweight. He described himself as the biggest attraction in the weight class and said that any contender with championship ambitions will eventually need to face him. In his view, he is the main figure in the division, the boxer, drawing the most attention, and the athlete setting the benchmark that others are trying to reach.